So where does the controversy stand now, and where does it go from here? Joining me now here in the studio is Amy Morris, executive editor and afternoon reporter at Federal News Radio AM 1050. Amy, thanks so much for being with us here today. You know, we've been following the contract controversy from the beginning, and it's been interesting, to say the least.
It's been going on for years. It started back in 2001 when they first awarded it to Boeing. Senator John McCain noticed, he was the one who actually raised some concerns about it back then, that it was a lease deal and not a purchase deal. It was $20 billion to lease. He thought it was a little too sweet of a deal for Boeing. That investigation eventually wound up scrapping that contract.
And just to go over it a little bit, this wasn't the first contract awarded. We had, years ago, the DOD and Boeing officials.
Exactly.
Talk to me about that.
Exactly. That's exactly what we were just saying, is that that's the one that wound up getting scrapped because Senator McCain saw that this contract maybe didn't have all of the benefits for the Air Force that they had expected. And as it turned out, there was a chief procurement officer with the Air Force who wound up also negotiating herself a pretty sweet deal with Boeing at the same time. Huge conflict of interest, should have never happened. They went back to the drawing board, and that was in 2001. Now in 2006, it took them that long, 5 years, to be able to redo this contract all over again. Everybody back in the pool and start all over again. And that is when Northrop Grumman and EADS, a European contractor, decided to join forces and then bid on this second go-round.
Why has it become so controversial and so political? It's so intertwined. It's so in-depth.
Because part of it is because EADS is a European manufacturer. They will be handling U.S. Air Force defense systems. European manufacturer. Plus, it's no longer a $20 billion lease. It's a $40 billion purchase. This is not a little bit of money. In addition, they need these tankers. The current tanker fleet dates back to the Eisenhower administration.
Wow.
It's back in the 50s. They got to replace it. Their goal is to replace it by 2013, I believe, maybe 2015. The date is a little squishy, but they got to move. And now the Air Force is in the position of saying, we have to do this right, but we really have to do it quick.
Right, and now not only is the tanker contract reopened, Defense Secretary Robert Gates is playing a role in this, getting personally involved. Tell me about that. Oversight
is critical. They want to make sure that there's oversight, that it's transparent, that everything is done fairly. I mean, look, this has been going on since 2001. Look at the history of it. They did it the first time. They thought they had it going on. It didn't work out. Now they're doing it a second time, and once again, a challenge from Boeing, and that was when the Defense Secretary stepped up and said, absolutely not. I'm going to keep my eye on this one.
When do you see, since you've covered this a lot and you know it, when do you see this all actually
I'll tell you, word on the street is that Northrop Grumman still has a leg up on this contract, much to Boeing's chagrin, and that the Defense Department wants to get this done by December. They have to move. They have to get it done very quickly. And that's where things stand right now. And if Northrop Grumman does win it again, Boeing can protest again.
And do you think they probably will?
It's $40 billion.
It's a lot of money.
It's $40 billion.
I would protest.
Sure.
Not from experience,
it's your
but
life, it's your job. It's $40 billion. They might not. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? Who can speculate? But it's $40 billion. A
lot of money.
And years of steady work.
Well, Amy Morris, thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks.
Thanks.